Welcome back, friends. It's Angela, the Traveling Crafter, and I am here with a little this and that haul for junk journals and art projects, and I thought I would share them with you so I can tuck them all away. And this is, I think, a culmination of a couple of thrift stores. I got a couple Happy Mails to show you, and I think that's it. We'll just see where it leads us. The first, though, I found this rolling around in under my seat of my car when I was getting Landon ready to move in. And I had bought this on the 141 sales from the guy that I go to every year. And he had two of these. And they were a little bit more expensive. It was, well, okay, come on now. It was $5. But the other one was all the blues, so I just bought this one of these little cameos. So I thought those are pretty cute, so I'll put those in with my charm jar. But yeah, luckily I had to put all the seats down and such, so I found that, and that worked out pretty well, because otherwise it might have been lost there forever. Let's see. Let me move some things aside here. Let me show you. I have a little Happy Mail, and I got a big stack here. Let's move the Mocha Chocolata Yaya over. I received some Happy Mail from my friend Debbie DePaul, and she sent me this visit to the dentist, and I'm so excited because this is going to make a perfect cover for my dental/Dave journal. And she sent me a cute little sweet card that will go in my correspondence journal, and then some little toothy kind of things. Aren't these awesome? Colgate, the tooth toughener. Look at this. Tuffy Tooth says, be a real cavity fighter. By the way, my daughter, I've got to clarify with my lovely husband, but she was like, do you know, Mom, that you need to floss regularly, because they say that it leads to dementia if you don't, because the same bacteria, I don't know. She went into this whole, look at that, dissertation, and I'm like, is she just making this up or what? I floss all the time, but look at that, how cute. So I'm like, okay, I got to find out from Dave. Oh, this is cool. 4 hands. Pyrrea astringent. You can do the paste, or you can do the astringent. Oh, that's cool. Oh, this is awesome. So they were having a Massachusetts Dental Society was getting together. That is really cool. May 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. That's a lot of dentisting for that many days. A complete line of standard supplies, dental depots, dental laboratories, modern offices, design and equipment. J.J. Crimmings. I love this. Thank you so much, Denise. Look at how cute these images are. This is going to make a perfect journal. I love it. Love it, love it. So that I'm going to set aside to put in my correspondence journal. This is going to go into my dental stuff. And then a while back, I bought some things from Lindy Kay and Sean on their live. And Sean actually makes these out of, these are dish drying racks, or towels that you lay down and then you put your dishes on it so it soaks it up. So I thought, oh, this will be perfect to use. See, there's the inside of it. Isn't that fun? And then I bought a few other things too, so I thought this was great. And opening this is perfect timing, because I think I bought something from my daughter. But I'm going to use this, I think, to put my planner supplies in it. And when I say planner supplies, I really mean like the little bag that goes with me all the time. It has like a glue stick. It has some markers. It has a little mini watercolor thing. Just things that I keep with me at all times when it's my essential travel. And after the last trip I took, I will know not to leave without it because I only took glue and scissors, and I needed more stuff. I made do. She was selling these little stamps, like the that you would put in the book. Like S&H stamps, and these were orange and red, and so I thought they were pretty cool. So I'm going to put those with my, actually I'm not. I'm going to put them with in my little bread tin, and I will use those often. And we got a little thank you. What did my friend send me? Thank you, by the way. Oh, this is cool. So these are little coasters, and I bought some, I'll show you right here, for Demi. And Sean makes these as well. He makes a lot of really cool things. Come on now. This I'm going to put in, this particular one I'm going to put in our camper, I believe. Well, here it is. And I'm going to leave it in this bag because then it won't get dirty. But I thought this would be nice. It's got the like drawer liner on it, shelf liner, so it won't move. And then it's just the cutie patootie kind of bandana-ish. And I think it'll go cute with it. Well, Dave's got a lot of orange in we have not just Dave and I have a lot of orange in there, but I think this will go really cute. It would also really go cute in, maybe I'll put this one in my, in the duplex, because it kind of goes better with that. I think, yes. And then, what did they pop in here? That's so cute. Hello, gorgeous. Thank you for your purchase. Your order made my day. Hope this makes yours. If you love it, let me know. Well, I obviously love it, girl. I'm going to put your name on that and stick it in my correspondence journal, too. So I've got some little trim, some ladder trim, and some... This is really cute. Those I'm going to put in use them right now. Some little stamps, some cute little flourishes and such. Cute. And then this adorable little bag that I will keep and reuse as well. So that can go in that little package, or in that little red thing. I bought 2 of these French books, which I love the size of them because I think they make awesome journal cards, and they're thin enough that they would make great backgrounds too. So this is two of these different, I think they're plays. I don't know. But anyway, these will go in my everyday paper use spot. And then, I know these are huge. I know, but I couldn't leave them behind. I had to have them. So hang on, I'll show you. I think there are 3 of these. And I don't know how I'm going to use them. This one says Season's Greetings. It's like a great big, I think it's supposed to be a pillow. I don't know how I'm going to use them, but I will find a way. Yeah, so you're supposed to make a pillow. It's the front and the back. It's Big Bird, going down the chimney. I think they're all the same. Pretty sure. Oh, maybe not. Oh, yeah. Here's the front and the back. I don't know. I've got kind of, I'm not a lot, but I really want to find the Sesame Street. I want Mr. Hooper's store, and I want the Sesame Street, the apartment building, because Landon. No, my brother had that. And I don't know if my mom still has it or if she gave it to him. Hopefully she didn't give it to him, because I'm afraid that he might not still have it. But if not, maybe I can use it for display. But I have a few things. So these I got for Demi to use in their apartment. And so she was going to do this pink, the pink color. And then, oops, oh gosh, I just dropped it on the floor. And then she ended up with going with yellows, or no, not yellows, like a powder blue and greens. So I don't know if she'll like these or not, but if she doesn't use them, I will use them at the Belle Rose, and if she does, then they are hers. Because her room, well, she has pink in her bedroom. So she has pink and green in her bedroom, so these will go either way. I'm sure she'll love them, because she had wanted some coasters, so hopefully she will like those. And that was everything that I got from my friends Lindy and Sean. So it's Lindy K Designs, if you don't already know. Let me just put this up here, and I'll put those away later. Then I got, okay, now, as you all know, I don't even like chocolate, but all of these chocolate things keep coming into my life. So I feel like I need to make a chocolate journal at some point. But this one inside, I was not impressed by. I'm like, oh, I don't know. It just, I didn't like these images. I think they're kids, I guess, are kind of spooky. But I loved the cover. So there was this that I thought I could use, and then this is the actual cover. And I think that would make a really cool chocolate journal. This was $15 at some point, and look at how cute that is. So that will be a cover for a journal, for a chocolate journal. So now I'm committed. Now I need to start collecting some chocolate things. Be telling all my friends that love chocolate to save the wrappers, huh? This came in a little, I thought it had a couple, yeah, it did. It had, this and this came together, and it was like $1. And the cover obviously is pulled off of it. It's not old, but I only have one other coloring book, and it's full size, so I thought these little pages would be great. So I got that for my Sesame Street journals. And then this is construction paper. And I honestly, I never use construction paper. I don't have any construction paper. But I think that with the Sesame Street journals and the school days journals, I think it would just add some kind of fun whimsy to it. You know, give me an opportunity to play with some construction paper that I haven't played with forever. This specific series of the How and Why library I really like. I always buy the one that is all about you, I think it is. I'm selling that one in a sale because I already have a couple of them. But this is the 1964 edition of Childcraft, and it's how we get things. And some of these are just so fun, like What's the Fizz? And I've had this one before, and I've used a lot of it. Stuffing sausage skins. Potato Power. How a Rocket Gets Its Stars. Tails and Paintbrushes. So I've used this quite a bit before, and I really like it a lot. So I purchased several of these. I went through all of them. They had a bunch, not the whole set, but they had a bunch. And I went through them all and picked about 3 or 4 that I'm bringing because they were like brand new. And they smell like they're old, but they don't stink. You know what I'm saying? I just smelled it. Yes, I did. So that one I'll put on my shelf, and I will use that one as well. I did get a bunch of these stretch and sews, which I really like them, mostly because they have really cool. The paper usually is white inside, I think. And I am bringing a bunch of these to the sale too. But yes, see, like I like this white pattern. It's a little bit thicker. And this one has some interfacing in it. Honestly, I will not keep this interface. Oh, but it's got the old masking tape. Can I get it off? Let's see. I do like that. I'm guessing no. I was going to buy, now maybe I'm telling tales out of school, but I'm pretty sure I was going to buy a roll of wrapping tape, masking tape at Walmart when I did my school supply haul. And I want to say it was like, was it $12? Yeah, this doesn't really work, but oh well. And I could use this in like its background. Maybe I'll keep one hunk of it. I'll put it over here. I'll put it down in the garbage, and then I'll go back to it. And then this is just a pattern. And I thought this was kind of cool too. And then what else is in here? Oh, this is the second one. So that was this one. And I like those little babies on there. Those were kind of cute. And then this one I thought was really cool. And it was different. There was only this one. But I liked this. I thought this we could do something fun with in a journal. And it just has it's just the envelope with the return address. But this one I liked because it was green. So I really thought that was cool. So I'll put these with all my sewing patterns. I just like the different print. Miss Designer. Oh, what's this say? Ooh, hold on. These are really, really big. Oh, it says place on the fold. So this would be fun to play with. I need to get back to doing some of my Sewing Notion. I used to do Sewing Notion Sundays, and I'd do something using sewing things. This is called Peggy and Me. I don't know how I'm going to use this. It's a Whitman book. I think I have bought one of these before and sold it. This one's got a little bit of, looks like there was some kind of yuck on it at one point, but I think I can do something with it. So essentially, Peggy and whoever Me is, Patty, they, you just flip it and their outfits change. And I'm like, this would be a fun journal if I can figure out how I can repair this, because it is signatures already. So if I add things, somehow reinforce this, I don't know, maybe it's almost like, maybe I don't keep the little girls on there and make it, this was $4.29. So it wasn't cheap. It was in the vintage section. But I was inspired. So I got it. What do you guys think? What would you do? I just think that I could leave this inside like this, take this out, and make like another signature. And maybe I'd have to cover this just to give it some substance. Because you can see, like, because the book ends like right here, it's a little more flimsy. Now I gotta be quiet because Landon's in the other room. He's working. But what he doesn't know, there's a story, I still haven't shared it, about the Bert and Ernie crochet dolls. And anyway, it's become kind of a running joke. So I decided, I found a whole bunch of a Sesame Street party, like a party in a bag kind of thing at one of the thrift stores. And for his birthday, we're going to have a Sesame Street birthday party. So I picked this up. I couldn't leave it behind. So that's going to go in my party supplies for that. This was, where did this? This was 79 cents. It was also at my favorite thrift store. But I thought these would be cute. They look a little bit Holly Hobby, Prairie Girl type of things. But it's basically like your chore list checklist, how I take care of myself, how I take care of my things, how I help others. And so I'm going to send some of these in Happy Mail, because if you don't know, in October we are doing an open collaboration called Prairie Girls Gather. And we're going to be working on either Little House on the Prairie or Holly Hobby. I have one other idea that I might be working on. So I'm going to send some of those to Carol and to Jonna, who's, we're co-hosting it together. And we're doing a Happy Mail swap before we do it. Now, you guys all know I'm not a Disney person, so I don't know what this is. But I even looked it up, and I looked it up on Disney Plus to see if I could find it. And when I say I looked it up, I spent like a couple minutes. I don't know. Are these movies, Disney Descendants 1 and 2? I don't know. But I liked this because it will be perfect for my fashion journals. So I guess if I really paid attention and read it and looked at what it's all about, it would be fine. See, it says based on the film. Yeah, from 2017. So there must have been, now I'm going to have to go watch it. But I really liked these like watercolor images and these pieces that can be used. You know, this is like her sketchbook. So I thought for a, let's see, look at this. How cute is that? I thought it would be cute for fashion journals. And I just think that there's so many things that you can use in here. See, now I got to go look harder to find that movie. But it's chocked full. Like, I mean, the whole thing. So, if you're into fashion, this is definitely a Bolo book that you can just play with all of these things. So, I'll probably, well, I probably will just leave it intact and put it in my fashion conglomeration of everything. This I also thought was pretty cool. It's called Pinterest Perfect. I don't know when this is from. It doesn't even look like whoever got it opened it up. 2014. And it's creative prompts and pin-worthy projects inspired by the artistic community. So essentially, this is kind of like our encyclopedia of, oh my gosh, the uppercase books. Encyclopedia of Inspiration. Thank you. There we go. So these are all map pages, and then these are all of the different contributors, and it tells how to use it. And basically, it says like Marissa, she does some kirigami flowers. She shows you 3 ways to do it. She does some pleated bows, washi tape cupcake cards. So like the fabric book, I thought, and then there's this for inspiration. I thought, well, I could use those for actual pages. And it just has each one of the artists. And I thought, well, there's some cool images, there's some fun ideas, and perhaps I would use this and actually try some of these like I did with the fabric one. So I'm going to stick it in my videos to do, and we'll probably do something fun with that. I also got this Fair is Fair Sesame Street album, so I thought this would be something I could use somehow, maybe. It's pretty boring on the back. The record itself it looks pretty scratched. Well, actually, the side one does not as much, but it's still pretty scratched. I might have Landon play it on his record player and see how it works, but I really just bought it for this because I think it's fun. Big, I don't know that it was really worth it for me to purchase. I don't know. And I don't even know how much the records were, but not very much. A few other random things. I bought these sales books, which are not old, but they came in a 3-pack, and I just like how they look. So I think I'm just gonna keep one for myself, and then maybe I'll just send the others to for dollar quick claims or whatever at the at the live sales. So one of those is staying with me. I bought some vintage new old stock eyelet and lace, and I'm bringing that to the sale as well. But in there was this fusible jiffy waistband, which I liked this little pocket, and then I thought, well, I'll put this in with some of my stuff, and maybe we can play around with it and make something. So that's going to be a project. There was also this Quilter's Dream Cotton, which that just looks cute. You can just, I'm going to stick it in my bread pan thing. And I think if I want to have a little tiny piece to quilt some fabric, I have 3 little pieces I can use. I did get some fabric markers. I should try these. Do I have a piece of fabric handy? Well, I did try one. I tried one in the store to make sure it worked. These are from Goodwill, but they're all neon fabric markers, so I thought those were kind of fun, and we can use them for some projects in the future. And I do have some other some other fabric markers, and I don't think I've done a video. This is just like confetti. You could actually, they have a hole in the middle, so you could actually bead them, but I just got these for an upcoming, I don't know that I'll necessarily use these, but I am doing an upcoming project using sequins and confetti. This one I thought was really cute. Probably after this video, I'm going to... This would make a cute cover, too. I do have a butterfly journal in the making. But I don't know that I have two. I could. I mean, I have plenty of stuff. I guess I could. Maybe I'll just leave it and put it with the butterfly stuff. But I just thought it was cute. It's an Usborne book. And there was lots of great images. It would make a cute cover. Maybe I'll keep it separate. I did get a Fancy Nancy book. You know I love Fancy Nancy. Demi was into Fancy Nancy. Some of the images I will cut out, and then I liked that it said the Fancy Show, so I thought that might make a cute cover, because I will do a series of Fancy Nancy books, because I have plenty. I also picked up this, mostly not for the stuff that's in it, but then I did find some things that I liked. It was stuffed full, but what I really liked is this is just a little plastic. How long is this? It's more than 11. It's 12 by 9.5. And I thought, oh, that's kind of nice to, like, keep things, like, it's bigger than my little tiny ones. But these are just all sentiments. So I went through, I probably got rid of way more than half. And I'm just going to bring those to the live sale. But there was a few in here that I thought, oh, I can probably use, some of these. Seasoned with Love, and some of these they're chipboard pieces. So I picked those up. I don't remember how much this was. It had an old original thing on there, so I took it off, and I think the price was on there. Okay, so lastly, you will probably see in the video where I was searching for things for the for staging, I might have stopped a couple times and at the books, and so some of these are from there. This one is called Peace, Love, and Barbecue, so I thought this would be fun. It's older, but not that old. Like, let's look at that. Well, here's a receipt. What's this for? From Barnes & Noble, so it's not that old terribly, from 2009. I'm trying to see how much it says it was, but it doesn't say. We'll stick that back in there. But I just thought some of these images were really cool. And this was from, somebody wanted $7 for it. 2005. Yeah, 2005. So I liked this, and I thought this could make a cool barbecue cover. So I do have some barbecue books, and here's another one. I think this is the second one I have of this one. This one's a little more beat up, but I thought it would be kind of fun to make a barbecue book. This was one that I had never seen before in the series of Better Homes and Gardens, and I really, really love this because I also have some kids' cookbooks that I'd like to do. This one is from... when is this from? Oh, 1984. And I thought it would make a cute cover. Some of the images, these are a little more slick. I mean, they're not really shiny, but they're... But I think with all of the other books that I have that are kids cookbook related, I think that this will be a nice complement to it. So, look at that. How cute. Pretty simple. See what I'm saying about the chocolates? Found this one. Haven't seen this one before, but now I've got it. So this is all about mocha chocolata, yeah, yeah. And it is from 1984. This is Knox on Camera Recipes. Where did I get this? I think I got this at a St. Vincent de Paul. But I thought it's very gelatin-esque. It's jello-ish, right? So that's why I got it. So might not be Jello, but it still knocks. Gelatin. This was from St. Vincent de Paul as well. It's a little bit more than I wanted to spend, but it was very strawberry shortcake-esque. It was also a little prairie girl-esque, and it was, this is like figure draping. So some of you might remember this. I didn't have a date. And I just thought some of these things would be cute. It tells how to create them. Like that one. Cute, right? So I need to, this would actually be cute for that wedding journal that I'm doing. So I need to dismantle this one. And see what I'm saying? Cute. This is young. Decorative hooks. So I'm just going to use a few pages out of that, and that will be ready to rock and roll. This one I showed in the video of when I was shopping. I have never seen this one. It is Big Bird in China, based on this television special with Barkley and Big Bird. And I have not honestly even looked through it, but I love the Sesame Street books that actually have the photographs of it. I just think it's really cool. So I was so excited. This will actually become a journal in and of itself. It is so precious. I love this. I'm watching the little ballerinas. And I think I have one other book, Sesame Street book, that actually has the photographic images of Sesame Street. This was another, I had a few duplicates of Sesame Street books, but very few. I was actually shocked. I did inventory, and boy, do I have a lot. But I only had, I think, 3 or 4 duplicates, and one of those was on purpose. It was, I think it's Please Don't Eat the Oatmeal, maybe, because I want to do some cookbook journals out of those. And the rest, I have not bought duplicates. I could not believe it. This is another one that was at the St. Vincent de Paul, and they have a whole vintage section, and I just couldn't leave this one behind. So I will, my very lovely, talented friend, Sandy Wilhelmina, made me a Shirley Temple journal, which makes my heart really happy. So I will probably add some things in to that journal. And then I do have some things to make a Shirley Temple journal that I'll bring to the Maker's Market. So then whatever I don't use in my personal Shirley Temple journal will go in there. Pretty cute. This, I'm not really sure where this came from. It was laying on my stack of stuff that I needed to bring downstairs, and I was like, did Demi put this there? I don't know. It was just randomly there, but I'm like, well, that can go with my lemon journals. I'm saving my best for last here, my favorites. Let me do the books, and then I'll show you a couple other things. I did find the Candyland journal. I thought, well, John is enabling me, so maybe this is, this isn't an old book. This is new. And I'm not a big fan of most of the pages in here, or I guess most of the characters. I don't really like I don't know what it is I'm not a big fan of, but I thought the cover was cute. I got another We Like Kindergarten. These I put with all my school days journals, so that will be put away from it for that. This is the Happy, where did I get this one at? I don't know. The Happy Golden ABCs, and I love these for the journals too. And I think this one could really make a neat cover for, like the school days journals. Here comes the band. Here comes the band. And this is not a little golden book. It is a Ding Dong school book, Miss Frances. But I thought it had some really neat images in it. I don't know that I'm going to keep this one. I think I'm going to sell this one because I think somebody who is maybe doing a band journal would probably benefit by using it more than me. This one is Teddy. Oh, this must have been at a Salvation Army. I've sold this one several times, and it is so super cute. So I'm not keeping this one either. This one's going into the live sales. And then this one, I love this. And you know what I'm going to do with this? Because I have one copy, but I think I've sold most of these. And on August 24th, it will probably have already happened. But I am going to keep this aside, and I think I might use some of this in my Bible journaling. We're doing a Bible journal collaboration with Hazel from Hazel and Aka Design, Carol at Crinkled Path, and Jonna, the Preppy Crafty Girl. And I've already got my stuff set aside, so I'm going to put that right there. We're almost done, friends. Okay. I told you I'm saving the best for last, but I could not remember what the name of this was, but on my last Walmart trip where I got some of those composition notebooks and I did the haul, I found this one. It's called Signature Modern. Now, this is not this thing. Oh, yeah, it is from Color Book. I'm not sure if it's Color Book or Color Book. I think it's Color Book, but does it matter? Not really. This is the pad that I bought. Gosh, when was that? 2019 maybe? When we went on our RV trip around the Grand Canyon and Utah and Arizona and Nevada. And I didn't have any paper, so I bought this one. So let me tell you what it's called. Once again, this is from Walmart. It is double-sided. Signature Modern Color Book. The cover looks different than the first one I bought. Signature Modern. And I bought this thing. I loved it. It was perfect for the trip. But you have, two-sided paper, which you don't a lot of times in these paper pads find, right? And it's not too thick. And I've used, so I've had that one. I found one more at either a yard sale or a thrift store. And so I got that, and I haven't seen it in the stores, I don't think, since. Maybe I did. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. I've used all of the paper. So I found one in the Walmart in Mason City, and it was the only one sitting there. So I don't know if they just once in a while get them in or what. But I picked it back up because it's one of my very, very favorite paper packs. Now, I am going to probably take this back to Clear Lake and keep it up there. I wasn't going to, but I was like, I've got plenty of paper here, and this is a really nice, versatile pack, so I'll take that back home with me. And then lastly, I was in a thrift store that it's more high-end. Like, everything's a lot more expensive. Wait a minute. I forgot to show you some other things. Hang on. We'll look at that in a minute. I did get this too. Betty Crocker's new Boys and Girls Cookbook. I love it. And I do not have this particular one. This one is what every junior cook should know. And I do not see a date. But you better believe this is going to become a... As you can tell, readers and vintage cookbooks are kind of my kryptonite. I can't help not getting these. So I just need to sit down, and I just don't know if I have it in me. I mean, I've done like a whole bunch of journals all at once, and I don't mind it if they're like all different. But one theme for like 7 journals or 10 journals or however many, put a number on it. I just know myself well enough. I think I would just get burnout really fast. So, I don't know. I know it would be easier, but I did get some rarer books that I wrote rare books. So these will go on the Maker's Market as well. So there's 2 Clown Around books. And I look every single time I buy vintage books, because if there's something that is collectible that others collect, then I'm respectful of that, because if it's in great shape, I want somebody else to have it to add to their collection. And, when in the rare occasion that I find something that is collectible like this, sometimes I can, make a little money on it, and then that recoups, what I've spent for other things, and then I can go shopping for all you again, and for myself, of course. But I really like to shop for all of you the most. I'm trying to find, it doesn't say a date. That's crazy. So I looked these up and I was like, oh, I better not be cutting into these. These can go into the Maker's Market. So there's Clown Arounds, Have a Party, and Get Well Clown Around. Let's see if this one has a date on it. Oh, look at that. I like that end paper. Joanna Cole and Jerry Smith. There you go, 1982. So there were those 2, and then a couple of little golden books, The Little Red Caboose That Ran Away. I think this is a first edition. I can't remember. Let me look here. Yeah. So this is a first edition, and I believe this one is too. Let me see. Kristen wrote her name in it. And this is a Tiber Gurgley illustrated book. Nope, this is not a first edition, but it is 1972. And it's just got beautiful images. Okay, now to my favorites. And then we will call this a video. And then I can go put all this stuff away. All right, so I got this one. Look at the back of it. I just think this would make an awesome cover, but the images inside were so pretty. Come on now, give me a 1972. This is it says all rights reserved, published simultaneously in Canada, printed in the United States. So this is all about horses. This first section. So I was a sucker for this one. And these colors are not that, fabulous, right? But they're pretty. And whoever was the illustrator of that did a fabulous job. And then we move into Weeds and Flowers. Oh my goodness. So my thought was, really, I could do several journals. So I could do a horse journal. I can do these Weeds and Flowers. And then, what was the other one that's in here? I thought there were 3. Cowboys, there we go. Might be just those 3. Yeah. But how cute is this? So, it must be that they have... Yeah, so this is Volume 7, Section A. I was wondering if maybe it said... So this must be all of them. So each one has 3 books. Animal Babies, Sounds We Hear, Little Eskimos, Moon, Sun, and Stars, Pebbles and Shells and Seasons, and so on and so forth. So I would say these are really cool. These would definitely be what I would consider a bolo book, because you can really, like, one book, you can use the cover, and even if you wanted to just cover the whole thing, if you didn't like, the images on it. And then you've got basically 3 journals that you can create. So I will probably, I need to put that on my short list. And then I need to put a Post-it on here, because a lot of times when I put things away, then I don't remember what I was going to do with it. So we need to remember that. And last but not least, so this upscale, and that I want you to know about book was in there too, but I just could not leave it behind. These I paid a lot of money for, but I couldn't leave them behind. These are the new basic readers. These are Dick and Jane's, and I will be probably selling some of these because now these aren't something that, I mean, if you collect Dick and Jane's, these are collector's items, but these are not something that, are $2 or $3 or $4 or $5 items, or even $10 or $11 items. So I did pick them up, and I know that some of you out there did say you really like and collect Dick and Jane, so they're probably coming to you. And the other one, there were more of these, and I'll definitely be keeping the rougher of the two, but these were well used. But again, they are the original Dick and Jane books, and they are Sally, Dick, and Jane. There were 3 of them. So these must have came from a classroom, and they had 24 of them, and each kid got one. So I love these very, very much. And then lastly, I found 2 more Shirley Temple things. And again, you don't want to know how much I paid for these because I just couldn't leave them behind. But this is at the same store. But these are the sewing cards, and some of them, I don't think all of them, yeah, some of them were done. Ooh, this one needs to probably go in with my Prairie Girls. And if I don't take it out right now, it won't happen. So I am going to use the pages, and then I'll use the covers for my journals. And then this is her favorite games. This one was well used as well. One day, Shirley and Mr. Lionel Barrymore were waiting to make a scene in a picture, and while they waited, they played this game with Shirley's mommy. That's cool. This one I think I'll keep probably as it is. This would make a cute journal in it. Well, both of them would, really. So that, my friends, is everything that I got in my very eclectic and collective little trips to the thrift store. So let me know what your favorite was. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for hanging out with me till the very end. And we will see you next time. Until then, remember to take time to just be. Cheers.